Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Hi, Deborah in Kentucky, and Kat, and Adele, and Day 1664. Thank you to Kevin, yes, for saying that, for holding that sign up. I love it. Sheila in Florida, Cricket. Hi, Susan G in Cincinnati. Nancy in Washington State, Karen in Washington, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Mabel, hi, good to see you. Bob, glad you're here. Sue in Seattle, Bonnie in Boise, Luda in Victoria, BC. Hi, Storm in the Zoomiverse, I love it. Ann in Nashville, Caroline in DC. Hi, and Julie in Ontario. And Fred in Silver Spring, and Ruth and Clive in Birmingham. Yes, glad you are here. Day 1664. We are just moving along here. Fred in Silver Spring. Yes. Neil in Boston. Hi. And Jane in Texas. Are you going to be singing with Beyonce tonight, Jane? Oh, I hope so. Yes, that'll be you, right? Yes. And Gary. Candace and Ray and Linda on Orcas Island. Joe, hello. And Ted, hi. And Arlene, glad you are here. And LMG in Connecticut, yes. And Aloysius in Massachusetts. And Phil in, Totnes? I don't know if I said that correctly. And Ben, hello, hello. Glad you're here. And Bronwyn, so glad to be here for the Daily Antidote of Song. And today we have the amazing Mo Nelson. Hello to Mo. Mo Nelson, who
Hello.
also plays with bass. He plays the bass and he plays ukulele and he plays with the hula monsters and everything. So Mo, I know you've got a great song for us. So what are you going to teach us? What are we going to sing?
Well, I have a couple songs, and it's ukulele week, of course, so I brought my ukulele. And it's also Friday, so we can call it Aloha Friday and Fab Friday. How about that? A double header. So
Yes.
I have a couple songs chosen. One's a Hawaiian song that I learned through the folk process. I got interested in Hawaiian music about over 30 years ago, so I learned this song by word of mouth through the folk process from friends from Hawaii and Portland, Oregon, when I lived there at NoHo's Hawaiian Cafe. And the songs are in English, the lyrics are in English, but another time I'd like to present a song in Hawaiian. But today I chose one called Hanalei Moon, about in my opinion, one of the most beautiful spots on the planet, and that's the village of Hanalei on the north shore of Kauai, the Garden Isle. So I'm having some trouble getting my ukulele. This is maybe emblematic to make it through the noise filters on Zoom. So I'm going to go ahead and sing it in the key of F. The lyrics are there. And we'll start out with the chorus, and then we'll come back and do the verses. And hopefully the ukulele will come through. But if not, uh, then we'll do our best anyway. I'm going to start with a little 2-5-1 vamp, a very gentle, easy tempo. Here we go. Chorus. Hanalei, Hanalei moon, it's lighting, beloved, away. Hanalei, Hanalei moon, aloha no, Yahweh. Verses now. When you see Hanalei by moonlight, you will be in heaven by the sea. Every breeze, every wave will whisper, you are mine, don't ever go away. Hanalei, Hanalei moon, it's lighting, beloved, go away. Hanalei, Hanalei moon, aloha no Yahweh. Aloha no Yahweh. Hanalei. All righty.
Yes, thank you. Thank
I was
you.
doing my best. I hope the ukulele came through a little bit there.
A tiny little bit. I mean,
Tiny little bit.
unfortunately, Zoom is real good at noise cancellation.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. People in the audience, wasn't able to turn off the noise cancellation from my browser. So
But
live and learn.
But when we saw
Um,
your hand going, we could kind of sway to the
okay.
rhythm that we saw from your hand, and of course, sing along with that. Now,
Yeah.
so so how did you get interested in Hawaiian music in particular?
Well, it goes back quite a ways in my, I've been playing different kinds of music, upright bass, since I was 17 or so. And, growing up in the Midwest, I'd go to folk music festivals and picked up just a couple Hawaiian songs. And I thought, "Oh, that's interesting." And didn't, uh, then when I moved out to the DC area in 1989, I met a dobro and steel guitar player named Dave Gigerich and a jazz guitar player named Tom Mitchell. And we formed this little combo. And Dave started loaning me these old Hawaiian records, and I started listening. I said, "My gosh, there's an inner warmth in the music that you don't hear everywhere. These songs are not shouting at you. It's like a warm little whisper." So that drew me in, and then I moved to Portland, Oregon, and fell in with a group of Hawaiians who got together every Tuesday just to play together casually. And so I learned a lot of songs by word of mouth from them, and I just come with my bass and soak it up, and it was great. So yeah, once you are attracted to it, and another cool thing about Hawaiian music, as with many genres of music, there's a dance that goes along with it. Of course, hula,
Ooh,
and it
uh-huh.
can be done as a group or as solo. It's a beautiful art form. It's kind of it's a very gentle movement, kind of like Tai Chi in musical form, if I could say that, perhaps, if I can
Mm,
make that comparison. And of course, a lot of very cool genres of music have a style that goes along with them. The big band swing of the 40s had the jitterbug, and the Lindy Hop came out of Harlem. Clogging old time music, Cajun dancing, and Zydeco music in Louisiana have their whole dance style. So I like to think of music and dance are joined at the hip. So
absolutely, literally.
literally. So anyone who takes up a genre of music should learn the dance steps too, and vice versa.
Yes,
Learn
which is
learn just
absolutely
enough.
correct.
And dancing is cool for a musician because you feel the tempos in a more physical way. Things that may seem fast, or maybe it
Hmm.
may not seem too fast when you're playing it. If you try to dance it, it might be too fast. So um,
Yes, yes. Now,
anyway,
okay,
so
so how many times have you been to Hawaii?
well, not enough. I would love to go there soon with my wife Karen, and I were married about a year ago, and that's one of our planned trips. I'm fortunate. I'm a marine biologist by background. I've gotten to go to Hawaii for work a few times, but I can't go there enough, and I'm overdue. And we're going to plan a trip. And there's a lot of cool folk music on Hawaii too. A lot of Hawaiian music, but you have to look for it more than you'd think. Uh, so yeah, and again, yeah, the music and dance joined at the hip, the inner warmth that I heard because the music whispered to me, and having that personal connection of people that I know doing it helped a lot. And there's a lot of there's more Hawaiian music around than you think, more hula dancing around than you think, because it's it's quieter music. It's not in the kind of cultural mainstream of life in Washington D.C. for example, but
Uh-huh. No,
it's not.
absolutely.
It's here, yeah. It's here,
Now,
there, and everywhere.
I see that in terms of your music, your musical pedigree, if you don't mind me using that word. I mean, you played with Kathy Fink and Marcy Marxer and Ann Patterson, and who were some of the other people that you've made music with through these years?
Well, I play with a few local groups. The Grandsons do original roots rock. The Long Timers, and King Teddy plays a lot of swing dances, and the Hula Monsters, who I mentioned. So those are kind of the local groups. My wife Karen and I do a duo act sometimes.
Ah, which is
Uh,
fantastic. Do you have something coming up that people can come to see you?
let's see. Yeah, this coming Saturday, the extended version of the Grandsons is playing for a swing dance at Glen Echo Park. That's kind of their big Halloween swing dance. And then I'm playing a couple Thursdays and Sundays coming up at Hank Deedle's on Rockville Pike with the Hula Monsters, all those groups I mentioned, the Grandsons, the Long Timers. So I'm there a lot. It's a
Wow.
great little tavern, but very dance friendly and music friendly. And there's a mix from folk music to soul and jazz and different and roots rock. And people come and dance, and I'm one of them.
Right. So
So yeah,
definitely.
there's stuff coming up.
Okay. No, that's good. So, all right. So, what we're going to do, so everybody keep an eye out for the Hula Monsters. And what was that about the grandsons? What was
A great band called the Grandsons,
that?
just
Okay.
a short name, and they have their own domain name also.
Okay.
They've
All
been
right.
around here for a while. None of us are youngsters anymore.
I hear you. Believe me, I hear you. So, what we're going to do, we're going to invite you back. We're going to figure out some other things sound wise, and we're going to invite you back. So, I'll wind up doing a closing song, okay? Because we really didn't get to hear, much of you, and we want to hear more of you. So, stay
Okay.
on. Yeah.
Sure. Can I give a little heads up for the song was going to do was a song because I also mentioned Fab Friday, a song recorded by the Beatles, but going back to as a show tune, "Till There Was You," and beautiful song, and I have a personal connection to it here because my wife Karen and I met over singing that song a few
Oh, you
years
mean
ago.
the old "Till There Was You"?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Now, can you do that a cappella?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So put the instrument down. I mean, I hate to
Oh,
say
okay.
that. So sorry, but if you could do
Okay.
that a cappella, we will sway and sing with
Okay.
you. Right.
That's fabulous.
So give us a beat and we'll go.
One, two. 1, 2, 3. There were bells on a hill, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music and wonderful roses, they tell me, in sweet, fragrant meadows of dawn. And you, there was love all around, and I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. Till there was you.
Thank you. I'm over here singing and swaying, swaying. I'm seeing people singing and swaying in their little boxes. Talk about an oldie but a goodie. I didn't know the Beatles did that song at some point. I didn't
Yes.
realize.
Yeah,
Hmm.
recorded in 1963 and on their first album release in the US. And yeah, and but it came back from The Music Man, which was a musical in 1957, and a movie in 1962. And then I read up on this. Paul McCartney apparently alerted from, I think it was Brenda Lee recorded it.
Uh-huh.
And
Ah,
Anita Bryant had a charted hit with it in 1959. So songs have lives of their own. That's another point
yes,
I'd like
they
to make.
do.
And
I
some
know, and
songs
I,
have
I
found
love
me
that
over the years.
song.
Yeah.
The Music Man movie. I know the Music Man from the movie for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, we cannot wait to have you back again, and we'll work on all those technical things. And yes, we will have you back again for sure. So, all right. So I'm going to close us out with a song, and the only word you have to say is "Wayaya."
Oh, yeah,
Wayaya.
yeah.
And it's a song, it's coming to my mind as we go through these days, leading up to the election. And your part goes like this. Wayaya, 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 wayaya. I know a lot of you know this. Wayaya, 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 wayaya. Sing it again. Let me see you. Wayaya, wayaya. Why-ya-ya, why-ya-ya, one more time. Why-ya-ya, 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 why-ya-ya. We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there. So somebody may be able to find those words and yes, why yeah. We are going. Heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. Do that again. We are going. Heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there. We will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. It will be hard. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. Why-ya-ya. 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 Oh. Why-ya-ya. 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 Let me see you sway. Why-ya-ya. 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 One more time. Why-ya-ya. 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 Oh, thanks everybody for singing and swaying. And yes, it's a song of hope, and we need these kind of hopeful songs right now. So yes, Mo, we cannot wait till you come back, and I hope folks are able, in the Washington D.C. area, to get to see you at one of the amazing many times that you are performing in the DC area. And I look forward to meeting you in person somewhere, somehow, sometime. You know how that happens. Yes. So thanks everybody for being with us. The Daily Antidote of Song. Absolutely. And you know what, Mo? we'll say goodbye to you now. Thank you so much. Give us a goodbye. Give us a goodbye. Unmute yourself for a second. Tell us goodbye. Can we hear your voice, Mo?
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll get the audio figured out next time. And thanks to the great team here. There's a great idea, Daily Antidote song. Love it.
Yes. Thanks. Mwah. So everybody wave goodbye to Mo, and we'll say our goodbyes here too. Goodbye to Deborah and Kevin and Sheila, Cricket, Susan and Nancy. And let's see. And looks like Sarah and Kathleen and Mabel and Bob and Sue and Bonnie and Luda and Storm, Ann and Caroline, Fred and Neil and Gary and Linda. And Athena. Goodbye, goodbye. Yes. And Anne and Caroline and Fred and let's see, catching up. Oh, yes, Aloysius and Kat and James and Ruth and Arlene and Adele and Jane and Martha. And goodbye to Candace and Ray and Joe and Ted and LMG, Phil, Bronwyn, Elizabeth, and goodbye to JoJo. To the curly tops. Yes, thanks everybody for being here for a part of the Daily Antidote of Song. So I'm going back now. I'm having a paper marking marathon. I'm looking forward to coming to Villanova and giving a talk in Villanova on the 7th of November, giving a lecture there. And then I'll be in Dayton the weekend before Thanksgiving. So hopefully I'll see some of you at those places. So goodbye, back to marking papers, and now all my students are going to get an A because I've been singing. Bye-bye. Love you, love you, love you, love you.